So I'm going to record. So here we go, guys. So tonight, I was actually talking to Krista yesterday, I think it was, and saying, you know, it's Halloween. What should we do? And we decided that it would still be great to continue on with training. And the panel training that we had last week was amazing. You guys did so well explaining Leaders Retreat and getting the message to all of our folks here. So we thought it might be fitting to do a quick start for new ambassadors because we've had so many people join the team in recent weeks, and it would be a really good refresher also for those of us who maybe aren't new. And so tonight we're going to hear first from Krista, and then from Angela, and then Tammy, Lorraine, and myself. And so each speaker can just introduce the next one. And don't worry, if you forget who it is, just go, I forget who I'm supposed to introduce, and we'll figure it out because we're just that easygoing. All right, so I'm going to hand it over to Krista, and she's going to get us started tonight.
Hey, everybody. It's great to see everybody on Halloween night. And I love how we are just also casual with each other. I think it's very important that we just keep everything real. We are not trained professionals by any means. And so I think it's just great when we come together just to share what we know about Plexus. And I love that Tanya's put this together for us tonight. So my topic for tonight is going to be, we're doing the 10 quick start guide, like Tanya said, and I have number 1 and 2, so product of the product. I've been with Plexus for almost 4 years, so 3 years and 9 months, and I think I probably could count on one hand, maybe half of the second hand, how many times I've not taken my products, because I'm such a big believer in being a product of the product. I could not share what these products are doing for me if I was not a product of the product. And I think it's very important as ambassadors, we take them daily, consistently, and drink our water. I also think that being a product of the product, though, too, is being a really great representation for our company. And so our ambassadorship, you know, ambassador means somebody who tells the good news of something, of whether it's a country or a company, whatever it is, we're ambassadors. And so whenever I'm out in public, I'm still a product of the product in the form that I work for Plexus Worldwide. And I want to make sure that I always represent them to the best that I can. I'm not perfect by any stretch of the means. I don't mean to, you know, say that, but I definitely do always keep that in the back of my mind, especially when things come up, issues, you know, if maybe you're out shopping or something and something comes up and you know, your first reaction is you want to probably get really upset. I always say I'm an ambassador of Plexus Worldwide and I have to represent them the best way possible. So now the products, I'm just going to quickly go through my fave 5 or the fab 5 we like to call them. So there's the Plexus Slim. I'm just going to kind of touch on highlights of each product, and this is for our new people who you don't need to know everything about the products, you just need to know some highlights. So I always say, people say, what does a Plexus pink drink do? It balances your body, blood sugar, inflammation, and gut health. That's all I ever say to anybody when they're talking about the pink drink. If they want to know more, I always refer them back to the shareables. I'll send them a link. I don't go into a great big scientific study because I'm not scientific and I will mess up on all the words. I'm not like Tanya, you can figure out that big, long pre-probiotic that starts with X, I think. I just don't even try. I just send them the link and that seems to work fine. So we have the shareables in the back office located under tools, and then shareables and then products. It's a great, great way to go. Place to go if you're looking for information and what's more detailed information on each product. So then we have the Probio 5, which is it's going to focus on gut health, breaking down candida. And then we have the Bio Cleanse, which almost needs to go hand in hand with the Probio 5 because it's like the dump truck. It's going to actually take all the garbage out that the Probio 5 sloughs off in your system, and it's going to just truck it right on out. It's a gentle cleanse. I also take this. I have no problems with bowel issues, but I take this purely because it's going to actually energize my system, but it also is going to help to replenish my collagen. So really, that's the only reason why I take this product. It does so much for me, but that's why I always am very faithful to this product. And they always say that Plexus makes us age backwards, and I think that if you could compare all of our pictures, you would see that on our faces. Vitabiome is our new our new probiotic. It focuses on anxiety and depression, so it's great for that. Although I always just say don't get stuck always just advertising it for that, because this is an amazing probiotic for everybody. Everybody really should be on this product. In fact, before we got our X Factor Children's, I would have even said even children needed to be on this. So it's a great probiotic for everybody, and so many people struggle with depression and anxiety. And so this is the go-to product for that, but also for everybody for just anything regular gut health, to keep it maintained restoration there. And then X Factor Plus is focuses, they've now put a probiotic in this that focuses on hot flashes. And I have to say, for whatever reason, I did really well with my hot flashes. When I first came into Plexus, I was a wreck at age 45. And then they totally went away when I would get on Plexus. And then for whatever reason, about January this year, they kind of snuck back up on me. And I don't know why that was. I think maybe stress or whatever it might have been, maybe winter blues. I have no idea. Because I felt totally normal. But all of a sudden, my hot flashes started to come back up. So I was like, oh, great. I don't want to have to deal with this. But then this product came out. I got onto it and have been fabulous ever since. Like they've totally I haven't had one for a long time. So. Then I guess or getting to know your new Ambassador Success Kit. So that kit came out last year. I think it was at Leaders Retreat, I think. But it's this kit. It's great. Probably many of you who are seasoned ambassadors, if you're older than, if you didn't get, no, this came out Super Saturday last year. That's right. So if you weren't there and you didn't get your kit, this is what it looks like. It is broken down into a couple of different sections, and they're really great to take advantage of. I always suggested if somebody didn't get theirs to order it up, but wait until all the new branding comes out, because they're coming out with a brand new one. And I know it's going to be fabulous. It's going to have all our proper branding. It might even be different. So, what you hear tonight might even be switch up a little bit. It might be a little bit different. But the first thing that's in it is going to be what we're talking about tonight, which is the 10-step guide. I laminate mine because I carry it with me everywhere. So it's laminated back and forth. I'm a big laminator of things because this is what I follow when I'm telling people, when they're brand new, what they can expect to do and how to be successful. The other thing too is product guide. We didn't get product guide cards because we're from Canada. If you're from the States on this panel, you probably got product cards in yours, but we didn't get them. We will get them with our next one. So when we're Canadian launched, I would suggest we all just go and buy another success kit so we know exactly what our ambassadors are getting. And right now, I think they're doing a digital one with the new branding on it for the States, but we can't get that yet. So, but I just should get one when it does launch. So I just use a catalog for my product guide. It has all of our different product things in it. And then again, the shareables from the back office under tools is my go-to. That's where I send everybody. Even when people ask me questions, a lot of times people say, how do I take this or what's in that? It doesn't matter if it's ambassador or customer. I always just say, go to tools, shareables, products, look up your product, because I want people to actually look at the product information. I want them to find more information than what I could ever in my wildest time type out to them. And you'll find out so many great little tidbits of information there. So the other thing that is in there is opportunity brochures, which is this, what if this could change everything? These are really great little brochures that you can pop in with a sample. It kind of just highlights things just a little bit, gives you kind of little bite-sized information that you can have pique somebody's interest. And these are really nicely done. So that's a great thing to send out to people. I think we got 5 of those. This is the last one I have left. I cherish this one. But I guess now we're getting new ones, so that's good. The other thing is Learn to Earn. So this is all about our compensation plan. It's a great little booklet to have on hand, and you learn as you're earning. So for anybody that's new on here, I would not worry about knowing everything about Plexus. There's all kinds of tools available for us, even more now, even than this success kit. We have our rank up roadmap that's going to help you so much. It's located in the back office. But the Learn to Earn, that statement means that we all are learning, but we're earning income as we're learning. So you don't have to know everything. I certainly never will ever know everything, and I'm just thankful for all these tools that we have coming out all the time. So the other thing is a thank you card. I think we only got a handful of these too in Success Kit. I've given out thank you cards of my own. It's just a nice gesture to do to your new ambassadors or your new customers. We don't get mail very often today. So when somebody gets an actual piece of mail that's a thank you with a little special something in it, sometimes I'll send e-samples, or I'll send my catalog and I'll put samples on each page, like of the Slim, the Ease, the body cream, those sorts of things, just to make it extra special for people. And if they know that you care enough to go the extra mile for them, they're more likely to stay with you too. The other thing that was in there is the bracelet, but mine's gone. I have it in my jewelry box, but I just couldn't find it. So that was a neat feature. It's just a little clamp-on bracelet. It's really cute. It says Plexus. I have another one that I bought from Rustic Cuff, I think it is, and they actually engraved it with Plexus. That gets more attention because it's quite a big gold band, and it gets more attention from people where somebody will say, oh, what does that say? What is that? I've had lots of conversations started just from that bracelet. So it's kind of something to get in the habit of always wearing it. I wear it a lot. And then I found this super funny. This is a card that says, you can do it. It has Tarl Robinson's voice in it. But when I haven't opened it for a long time. When I opened it tonight, it actually sounded like, ha, 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 because I was trying to get going like the recording was. And I was like, that sounds like a creepy Halloween thing. But it is just Tarl's voice. So it's, I'm Tarl Robinson, your CEO. So it's kind of funny. That's hilarious. Anyway, so I'll just give you a couple other little tidbits. I laminate my income disclosure too, just so I have that handy all the time. It goes in my purse. And then I laminate the compensation plan too. So those are just some handy little hints that for new ambassadors, just to kind of keep you on track, keep you organized. I don't carry a lot of stuff with me, so I just have the very, very basics. And that's the end of mine. I guess it's Angela now.
Technology. I'm not good with it, but I'm getting better. I'm going to talk about step 3 and 4 in the Getting Started brochure. And number 3 is state your why. And I know that you guys hear this a lot from us and people that the leaders of your team and the people that are really working the business. If you listen to a lot of the diamonds and the jewels, they'll tell you you need a why to succeed in this business. Because there are going to be lots of days. I don't know if you saw on my Facebook tonight, it said, the post said something about, if you're tired, don't quit, rest. So if you don't have a why as to why you want to do this business and it doesn't become a priority for you, it's like, oh, well, I'll try. Well, do you get up and try to go to work in the morning? For those of us that have a daily job, no. We get up, we do what we have to do, we go to work, right? So it's the same with Plexus. If you don't have a why, whether it be your family, your health, helping others, making more money, a dream vacation, whatever your why is, it doesn't matter how big or small it is, it has to be your why. So you have to personalize that for you and your family. And, you've all seen videos that we've all posted our whys in the last little while. So it's really important, because if you don't have a purpose or a goal, you won't get anywhere. You'll spin your wheels because it's not important enough. So you need to state your why. And I'll challenge anybody that's new on here tonight to take some time and sit down and really figure out what your why is. Because what your why is when you start won't be your why when you're getting closer to being finished, right? Like when you start to get to those upper levels, your why is going to change. Because my why started as wanting to get healthy because I had health issues. But it has since progressed to wanting to help others get healthy, wanting to provide a financial freedom and a time freedom for Mark and I and our families so that we can do things that we couldn't have dreamed of doing before, right? And on a retirement plan. So for us, our why's gotten really big because we're in the private sector. We need that. And when you look at it, it really drives you to keep going. It's so, okay, I'm getting up to do Plexus today an hour earlier than I normally do, because at 55 years old or 60 years old, I want us to have complete time freedom. And I want to be able to help everybody else along the way. So that's where your why comes in. You got to be passionate about your why. And if you're not, it will take you a while really to get into it. Until you do find that why, you're just going to kind of play with it. And I'm not trying to be harsh, but you have to have a purpose in life, no matter what it's for, whether it's, for your family life, your work life, your friends. Everybody has to have a purpose. And if you don't have that, you're not going to go anywhere, because you put priorities on nothing, right? You just kind of think it's like having a whole bunch of thoughts going around your head and no way to organize them. So pick your why. And when you pick your why, write it down. So it could be, I want to be able to provide $600 a month for our family income. Write that down so you can see it every single day. On my mirror in the bathroom, I want to be Ruby. Okay, that's a goal. And my why is because I want financial freedom. And I put a date on it, and then I put why, and underneath it's time freedom. So, and then every time my bathroom gets cleaned, it gets wiped off, and I go do it again. So don't just leave it in your head. Put it somewhere where you can see it every day, whether it's on your fridge or on a mirror in your bathroom or a post-it note. And you can have it in more than one place. You want to be reminded every day why you're doing this, because some days it's tougher than others. But overall, it's worth it. So that's your why. The fourth thing that we need to do is we need to set business goals. So if you're working this business and you want to work it as a business, you need to treat it as a business. So if you were opening up a clothing store, for example, you would have to set sales goals every month to be able to pay your rent, to be able to buy your product, to be able to run your business, to pay your employees or pay yourself. It's no different in this business. We don't have an actual storefront, which thank goodness we don't, because the expense of that is crazy. But we do have a business. And what we have to remember is, in that business, it only costs us $100 a month, or 100 PV a month, about $114 a month to run our business. I challenge you to find any kind of business out there, brick and mortar, that won't charge you more than $115 a month to run. It's not there. Even my insurance business costs me more than that. And I mean, we work from home, we have an office, but we still have to pay broker fees, licensing fees, insurance fees, liability fees, continued education. By the time you're done, you've got thousands of dollars spent, and you may or may not make money at it. So you need to write your business goals down and give it a time frame, 30, 60, 90 days. So when you write your goal down as a new ambassador, your first goal should be to go silver. 3 customers, 3 ambassadors, and give yourself a time frame to do that. The quicker you do it, the quicker you're going to grow. So if you can do that in 30 days, by the end of day 31, you've got yourself a little team going, because you don't know who under those people are going to come in, right? So if you don't set the goal and say, oh, well, whoever messages me, that's okay, I'll just sell it to them. No, you have to be proactive in setting your goals for your business. And if you do that, it will come back to you. If you don't set goals, again, you're driving along without a map. You have no way of knowing. So again, and write down your business goals. I'm on my way to, whether it's better health, I'm on my way to 3 customers, I'm on my way to 3 ambassadors, whatever it is. And understand that you're going to have obstacles, no question. We all have obstacles. And if you don't get there that month, if you don't get silver in the first 30 days, do it again the next 30 days. Now, I've been at Senior Ruby now for 2 years, and I'm tired of it. So my goals are now Ruby, right? And I didn't hit it last month, so I'm going to try to hit it again this month. And it just gets me closer. So if you forget about it, it's like, oh, I didn't get there. Da, da, da. You don't take the action steps necessary to do the work. So do your business goals and write them down too. I have them in a journal, and every month they change. Some of them are still consistent, but you have different, to this month I need 3 new customers, or this month I want to do 3 new ambassadors, plus I want to be able to get, 3 people that were inactive, active, whatever that might be. And they change according to what your big goal is. Those action plans are going to change. So that's it. Get your why and write down your goals, and make sure that, you're true to yourself. Don't write down, oh, I want to feel better, because there's more to it than that. Like, we need to dig deeper. So that's my spiel. And Tammy Alavi is going to take it over from here.
Sorry, Tanya. I totally missed it. I was supposed to do something tonight. So, yeah, I didn't get that at all. And I hardly have any voice. So,
That's okay. I'll jump in. No worries.
all
I'm
right.
sorry about that. I thought you had volunteered in the group. I must have mixed you up, or I must have. Okay, no problem. No problem. I'm sorry you don't have a voice. Yuck. That's different
Yeah.
than I said earlier. So I'm going to just jump in with number 5, which is connect with your sponsor or upline. So I'm just going to. Okay, so just a few minutes ago, Angela shared with us about your why and making sure. I actually made some notes, Angela, so I'm going to go back to those. Personalizing those for you and your family, and making sure that you're really solid in your why. And what you need to do is connect really closely to your sponsor, or if your sponsor is not active, maybe you've signed up with somebody who maybe is not a business builder, and that's okay. You need to find somebody else on the team or in your upline that you can connect with, and you need to work very closely with them, especially in the beginning months, so that you can really help. It really will help you with that. Those beginning steps, and they can help lead you to the right places. So sharing your why is very, very important, and connecting with them. Discussing a plan that works for you. We're not all, for example, we all know that our daily method of operation should be things like we're reaching out to people and we're posting every day and that kind of thing. Learning how to post smart and learning how to reach out to people smart through your sponsor, allowing them to kind of love on you with all of this great information, and be coachable, be ready to accept that information from your sponsor. That is probably one of the most important things you can do when you're starting out. So you've created that why that Ange talked about. You've got your goals written down. You're discussing those with your upline. And the most important reason that you're going to do that is so that if you do reach a bump in the road, that you have established that relationship and that connection with that person, so that you can reach out to them and get that support that you need. That makes this journey so much better. I'll tell you guys right now, that's how, when I started, Julie Kilcollins is my sponsor, and we literally were on the horn every single day. And if it wasn't the physical phone, we were texting and audio messaging each other. Like very often it was audio messaging, because it just worked for the two of us. But you find something that works with you and your sponsor. Very, very important. And again, don't be shy. If you've signed up with somebody that's not a business builder, reach into the team. And conversely, your job as you're signing people up on your team is, again, you've been coachable, and you're going to duplicate that down to your people. That's very, very important. On this call right now, you are seeing a ton of, I guess, just women tonight, but a ton of women who aren't necessarily all part of the same team, right? We are sideline Plexus family, really, and we help each other out. Like how many times I've messaged Angela and asked you a question, not just about what dress I should wear, but other questions, like what would you say about this, or what should I do about that? And, Angela and I aren't teammates in the sense that we're not on the same team, but we're sidelines. So we work together that way. It's just really, really important. So make sure you connect. Connecting is very important. You don't want to feel alone, or B, you want to shortcut your way to the great information that's out there so that you can build your business fast. Like Angela said, ranking up to silver fast. The faster you do that, the bigger your growth is going to be in the long run. It's a proven thing. So connecting with your sponsor, upline, very, very important. And sorry to not be looking, I'm just looking at my notes here. All of my favorite. Making your list. Now, and I don't want to steal from the person who's going to talk about the back office, so I'm just going to say one tiny little thing about this. There's a great module in the silver training in the Rank Up Roadmap in your back office that explains the importance of the Franks list and how to make it. But I just want to make a few points about your Franks list. If you don't have a list, you will not realize your goals. And that may sound really direct, and it's because I really want to be. I want to help you get to that goal that you've written down that Angela talked about, okay? Because if you don't have a list, then I call it hither-dithering. You're grabbing at helium balloons that are floating up in the air, and you don't really know where you're grabbing at. So you really need to make sure that you make that list. And I'm going to tell you how to do that. I want you guys to go to your Facebook friends, and I want you to write down 100 people in your Facebook friends or on your contacts on your phone or wherever you want to grab onto these names from. Grab those people. They're going to be people in your community. Maybe they're people in your church, people who belong to activities that your children are in, people that you work with every day, people that you belong to other maybe service organizations in your community, relatives that you haven't spoken to in a long time, maybe just because of life gets busy, friends that you've lost contact with, but maybe they're on your Facebook. So I'm focusing a lot on Facebook just because it is the biggest platform that we have to run our businesses off of. But these don't have to be Facebook people either, okay? It's not going to take you long to find 100 people to put on this list. And from there, I would challenge you to star your top 10 people that you would absolutely love to do this with, okay? So you've probably seen on social media the way that a lot of us sort of chum around and really have a lot of fun together. That's what you want to picture when you picture your dream team, okay? Put a star beside those 10 people's names on your list. And those are the people that some of them you might be scared to reach out to, but those are the people that you're eventually going to want to reach out to and make part of your team. You're going to present them with this exciting, wonderful, incredible thing that you've found and that you want them to join you on your journey. That list is a working list that is going to evolve and change over time. And with that list, I will tell you, most people don't join you the first time you reach out to them on this list, okay? So you're going to have to be patient and follow up with people. And if you're wondering, I'm going to go back to my previous point, which was connect with your sponsor. You really need to connect with your sponsor on words to use if you're unsure of yourself. Don't just not follow up with people because you don't want to bug them or you're scared that they're going to have an opinion of you or any of those things. What you want to do is make sure that you go to your sponsor if you don't know the words and you figure it out together so that they're words that are comfortable for you to use with that person that you're going to talk to, okay? So again, that list, super, super important, and it will evolve over time. Get a binder going. Maybe you're an Excel spreadsheet person, do it on Excel. Find a way that works for you so that you can keep track without it being a huge, cumbersome, big deal for you as well. All right, so that is numbers, blah, blah. Those were numbers 5 and 6, I think. And I'm just going to hand it right over to Lorraine. There, I unmuted you, Lorraine. Go ahead.
Okay, so I am doing number 7 and number 8 on the quick start. So number 7 is, it addresses having face-to-face gatherings. This is my favorite way to share. I am a face-to-face person. If it's at all possible, there's just a warmth there. I like to be in the presence of someone. That's not always possible. Sometimes you have to do a conference call, and that's fine if you have to do that. So I want to say don't overwhelm yourself. Start small. As soon as you join, and it's very exciting, you get on Facebook, and I personally, my sponsor made the splash that I joined, and on my own personal timeline, I announced that I had joined Plexus. I was very excited about it. I got friends wishing me well, and then I started planning gatherings. And I started with my closest friends and family because I feel very comfortable with them. This is where you get to practice your elevator speech on them, which is like 30 seconds of introducing yourself and what the Plexus products are. Just short and sweet. And so before you get into gatherings, I would suggest you go to your opportunity, a little brochure that you get in your startup kit, and it has some basic facts in it about Plexus, when it started, when certain products were introduced, and it tells you our mission, and it tells us how the different ways we earn. So this is just a very good way to get familiar with some basic facts that you can tell people. And another thing is going to your success guide and going to chapter 5. And there's lots of information in chapter 5 on how to have little sip and see parties. And there's different ways you can have sip and sees. You can have it in your living room, you can have it out on your deck, you can have a theme for your sip and see. Just make it personal to you. I like to go to the dollar store. I love the dollar store, and I will go buy little pink plastic tablecloths, and I buy the little plastic wine glasses, and I mix up beautiful pictures of the pink drink with ice, and I like to pamper people. And I'm used to hosting things at my house, and I just love to make the people feel pampered and have little dollar store gifts. And so by reading this chapter 5, it will tell you all the things that you should have. Now, when some people would like to have a little get together maybe before their success kit comes in, and if you're so inclined to do that, if you're really eager to get started, you can, your upline can help you. She will have some product catalogs, and she'll probably have some things that she can help you, and she will probably come. Ask your upline if they can come to your first gathering, and we all like to help one another. And so in this chapter 5, it will tell you to have some catalogs, if you have them, and how to kind of set things up, and how to introduce yourself, and maybe have a couple friends there that have a testimony already that they can give a testimony. You might not have a testimony yet, and that's okay. You don't have to feel like you have to know everything. There's a learning curve, and you just want to get in front of people, show your enthusiasm, make sure you're upbeat, that you're dressed nicely. People want to see you upbeat. What is Plexus doing for you? You don't want to, be tired. And no, people, as Krista said, be a product of the product. And maybe you haven't even started taking it yet, but just show your enthusiasm. Enthusiasm is very infectious. So in this chapter 5 as well are 3 main questions that you're going to get asked. And there's objections, it's expensive. Well, you want to address these questions before they're asked to you. So they address this in this chapter 5. You want to express the benefits of these supplements. No, they're not expensive when you consider the health benefits from it. And let people know, people are always interested what's in it for them. So they want to know what it's doing for you, but what can it do for them? Learn to listen. The people there will tell you they're tired, they don't have a lot of time, they don't have a lot of money. So listen to what the guests are saying, and address their questions. So with their permission, take some pictures of your gathering, ask them if you can post on Facebook. Always present that you're enjoying this, people are joining you in it, people will follow you when you are engaging them. And so make it fun. We're all having fun. It's work, but it's fun. And it's a very simple business. It's laid out very well for us. And we have steps that we can follow. And when you are having parties, like I said, don't overwhelm yourself. Invite 3 or 4 people. Just have a little meeting to start. You can expand out, have more. Don't be discouraged if everybody doesn't show up. We all know that story. You invite 10 and maybe 2 or 3. Don't let that get your spirits down. And quite often, I have found it myself, I can talk to someone off and on over a year, and all of a sudden they're calling me and joining. So, you know, you don't always have immediate results. Follow up with everybody that was at your party. Thank them for coming. The fortune is in the follow-up. You're going to hear that phrase, the fortune is in the follow-up. Very, very important. Anytime you have gatherings, save your receipts for all those little pink tablecloths that you buy and the little champagne plastic cups for the pink drink. Save all your receipts because these things are tax deductible. Now your upline will help you with your little get-togethers if you would like. The next one, number 8, setting up your back office. Every time I go into my back office, I am amazed that I have this personal website, and it only costs me $34.95, and it is updated daily. I love to get in on this website and lose myself. I could stay in there forever. There's so much information there, and I love it. When you first, it's very, very important, as soon as you sign up and as soon as your payment goes through, you will get an email from Plexus with your website address, your login name, and your ambassador number. I would suggest, to make it simple for you, write all that information down on a sticky and stick it on your computer. I find that some people get very frustrated. They don't know what they did with their password, and they'll call me and I help them get on. But just make it very simple for yourself. Write it all down, stick it on your computer, write it somewhere where you can have it, and so that you can log in. I suggest that you log in off and on, just get used to getting in there. And there is a little training session you're going to go through. It tells you how to set up your pay portal. That's very important. That's how you get paid. And there's different things that you can go do with your pay portal. You can transfer money to an account in your bank, in the Canadian bank. You can load up a Plexus Visa card. That is so great. There's just different things that you can do with your Plexus pay portal. And all that training is in your back office. And always, always be looking down in the left-hand corner to make sure, see what your personal volume is, to make sure that light's green, make sure your membership is green, and your convenience order. That is just so important. And I find that quite often after someone joins and I go in and check on them, their convenience order is showing red. And so that's very, very important to even watch your own site very often, daily, and watching those to make sure they're all in the green. So lots of stuff there on the website. Anything that you need to know, all of our business is back in there, all the tools, the training, our marketing products that we want. You'll want to get your catalogs and just go on and play around in the site, and has a lot to offer. And don't be scared of it. It is a learning curve. And so just take your time and enjoy it. Okay. Alrighty.
Awesome. Thank you.
Back to you, Tanya.
Yeah, thank you very much. That was a great explanation. So I'm been charged with the last two, that's steps 9 and 10, your quick start. So I'm going to go actually share my screen, change it up a little bit. And I want to show you guys Plexus, the Plexus Scoop, or this is also called the Plexus Learning Center. And just a show of hands, maybe just show me how many of you guys have been at the Plexus Learning Center and you've gone back there to check it out. All right, so this is, I think, an often untapped resource that can really help us all out. I'm just going to close out a couple of things that we don't need to be looking at here. Oh, I can't close that out without stopping that. Hang on, guys, sorry. Just gonna, I know, hang on tight. There we go. Just need to get rid of that thing right there. There we go. And we're in business. Okay. So this is the plexuslearningcenter.com, center, C-E-N-T-E-R, not R-E. And this is an incredible resource in addition to your back office. I hope, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Is everything good? Okay. So I'm on country Wi-Fi, so it's a little bit slower than my usual. So this is the Plexus Learning Center. It's absolutely wonderful. It's like Plexus's blog post. There's always a top scoop, so that's the biggest thing that's just happened. So what's in there right now will be this year's Belief Convention that we had in Vegas. So I'm not going to go into that and show you that. I'm going to start with your business and just kind of walk you through this website. It's great. It does not in any way replace your back office and the incredible learning tools that are back there. So I would always encourage everybody, go to your back office, do the rank up roadmap, big time, go through, even if you're already, let's say you're gold and you haven't done the silver, go back and do the silver, because you're gonna do your team a favor, because you're actually gonna be able to talk them through the training properly, okay? So I'm in your business right now. Now, some of these things will not apply to us yet. For example, Lexi is not available to us yet, but she's going to be, so you just hang tight. She's an app, she's a virtual assistant, and I know that lots of our American sideline are enjoying her immensely. Some of you may even be on the call right now. But anything that's coming up in business. So, for example, I don't know how many of you guys are going for the planner, but you know what? That's kind of part of my number 10, but go for the planner, guys. You got 15 days left. We have till November 15th to get this planner, and it's totally doable. Okay. If you need any like cheerleading or any, send me a message. This planner is going to help you so much in all 10 steps. It's kind of like the epitome of the 10 steps. Okay. So trust me when I say, and you know, I have last year's planner. It was incredible for me. Like, again, going back to your why and your goal setting, having that planner was huge for me. I was forced to write down. I turned the page, we're in the new month. I got to write down, did I reach my goals last month? Nope. Or yay, I did. And then I had to write down, what are my goals coming up? And when you write those down and there you see those, that puts your plan into action so much faster. It's a proven thing. It's not just with Plexus, it's with life. So definitely take a look, go in and look at this little blog about the planner. And there's all kinds of other things too, things that Plexus does. We're very much a giving company. Plexus does it right. I was blown away at Leaders Retreat when they were talking about all the things that Plexus has done in the last year to help with crisis in our world, helping with relief for people who are suffering. It's been absolutely incredible. So go back here and learn more about what's coming up in the company and what's new. It translates right back to your back office, but it's kind of like our newsletter or our blog for our entire company. So this section is about your business, what's coming up in your business, incentives, what the company's up to. The on the move section, all the Diamond Docs are in here, guys. So there's new Diamond documentaries that have been released. And if you've never watched one, you need to. You need to find the Diamond Doc that actually is you, that you can see yourself in the video. It's really powerful when you can find it. I found mine, and it's a teacher one. So it's incredible. And, you know, I guess really fueled my fire even further and makes me do those steps that are scary to do. Lorraine mentioned this business is simple in the sense that there's simple steps that we're getting you to do here, but it's not always easy. So having that charge behind you of belief, one of the ways to get that is to be inspired by a diamond doc. So I would recommend that you do that. The other thing is, like, this is about company movers, business builders. So take a look. We've got the weekly leaderboards. If you don't know what that means, it means top people who are at top enrollers, top PV, top customer base. That's what that means. And people who are rank advancing. So this is a chance for you to get in here and go, wow, you know what? I want to be that person, or I want to do it just like that person is. And I really want to be on that leaderboard, and maybe that's your thing, right? And if not, it's just a great chance for you to see kind of what's going on in the company. Your health. So this next section is all about, of course, our products, our product catalog, and new product releases and that kind of stuff. There's great stuff in here that you can share with people. And because this, you don't need a password to get in here, guys. This is generally open to the public. Anybody can see it. And I'm going to keep going to the Plexus way. So you hear us talking a lot about One Plexus and the culture of our company. And this truly is what this particular page is all about. So you're going to find little posts about the Plexus way. And basically what that means is the way that we do business in Plexus, how we are truly, I mentioned earlier about our sidelines and that we all value each other. We all work together. That's what that's all about. Okay. So the Plexus way. Upcoming events that are happening. I'm going to go lastly to Canada. And our international expansion is on here. That makes me really excited. That's a Canadian picture, guys. That's not Orlando. That's not Washington. That's not Vegas. That's Canada. Like, hello. That's very exciting. I don't know who else has goosebumps about that, but I am pumped. Okay. And you can see the events. You can go on and grab those. I don't want to take up too much time showing you those. But I'm writing on my screen, I guess. Anyway, what just happened there? But I would encourage you to go to this. Woof. Maybe I'm sharing my screen with somebody. Anyway, I would encourage you to go on and check that out. Now, okay, so I'm sharing my screen. So the last point that I want to talk to you guys about is the connections that you make within the company. So I alluded earlier to connecting with your sponsor and the importance of being coachable with your sponsor. What I would also encourage you to do is become friends with the people who you see on this call. When you see people, add people in Freedom Revolution, or you see names that you haven't seen before, or you see Krista do a post and tag people in it, and you see the same names coming up and you're new and they haven't friended you yet, friend those people. You are going to learn so much from watching other people, and you're going to be able to duplicate what resonates with you. So for example, maybe the way I post is like not in your comfort zone, or maybe you need to be bigger than that. Then you're going to want to follow that person that you resonate with. Okay. And you're going to want to duplicate, not word for word, not picture for picture, but style wise, you're going to want to duplicate what they're doing. It's going to be so beneficial to your business, I promise. Another thing, Plexus offers us these things called power hours and opportunity calls. Our sidelines have, and you'll see them posted every once in a while, where you can join in on a power hour or an event where they're sharing product privately in a group, like our Opportunity of Hope. And speaking of that, if you're not in that group, you need to get in there. Okay, because there's a ton of people there. It's a closed group, meaning that the public can't see it, but you're going to be able to grab onto tons of testimonials, product information, and just inspiring anecdotes that are going to help you with your business. So again, make friends with people in Plexus. They're not going to steal your stuff. You need to be friends with Plexus Sideline, okay? And you need to get involved with our companies and our teams activities such as this, team training, power hours, online sip and sees, online events where we're sharing product. Get plugged into as many of those as you can. And those are well advertised on Freedom Revolution, and probably on, if you're on another team page as well, probably on that team page. And you know what? If they're not, ask your upline if you can connect and get those things on your team page. I would implore you to do that too. YouTube, the Real Plexus Worldwide channel, that's where you want to be. And there's some incredible videos there. On Facebook, Plexus Worldwide has a business page. All you have to do is search Plexus Worldwide page, and you're gonna land there. There's every single day, multiple times per day, there are posts there that you can use in your business or just for learning. And I also would encourage you, if you're not on Twitter, and maybe you don't want to be on Twitter, you don't want to be a tweeter, that's okay. Go over to Twitter, and just to get the Plexus stuff every day, recipes, inspirational quotes, videos, you name it, it's there for you. So I would recommend you do that. But I want to leave you with just this last thing. So Angela talked about your why, and she talked about goal setting, and about the fact that if you don't write it down and you don't make a plan, it's just a dream. It's not, you're not going to have action on it because you haven't put the things in place that need to be there for you to take action. I would challenge every single person on this call to earn that planner by November 15th. What you need to do is this. You need 2 customers with 75 PV or more, and you need 2 new ambassadors. Can you nod up and down if it's with a welcome pack? Yes. Yeah, with a welcome pack. Okay. Stacy McClellan only needs 1 more ambassador. Stacy, you're getting there. You're going. You're getting it. And guys, what'll happen is all the things we asked you to do on this call tonight, all the things that are recommended in that quick start, you plug them all into your planner, and then you have that, you're going to be settled in yourself, and you've got action to start with, and you can just go. Okay. For now though, you need to create a space in which for you to write these things down, and you need to make that decision. You know what, if that means you stay up an hour later, if you get up an hour earlier, if you spend time on your lunch hour, if you grab 15 minutes here, 15 minutes there, and so on, if that's what it means for you, that you put those plans into action, because you will be successful. If you follow those daily things, you will be. You will. So I just wanted to leave that with you guys, and I wanted to thank Angela and Krista and Lorraine for helping out, and Tammy, I'm really sorry that I messed up the thing. It must have been somebody else. I hope I didn't leave anybody out. Anyways, but thank you so much, all of you, for speaking, and thanks guys for coming out on Halloween. And this will be posted later in the on our team page.
Night, everybody.
Night. Thanks so much.
Thank you.